Okay, so 4.7 is on converting between systems. Remember the last time that we did conversions, and you guys, it took a really long time to figure out that things had to cancel each other out in order to work the right way. And some of you really like to just do it in your own brain and not write anything down. Well, this one is going from different systems. So we always went from feet to inches or feet to miles, and that's all the standard system that we're used to working with. For today's lesson, we're going from feet to meters or something like that. So it's not as, easy to remember some of the conversions. So the chart on page 320, that chart will be part of your test. So not that you have to memorize it, I will have it there for your test so that when you come to the questions on conversion, you have that to refer to. So if we look at trying to go from...
Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would not make you try and memorize that. Oh, did I close it out again?
Yeah, I was getting nervous there for a second.
Yeah. I'm mean, but I'm not that mean. You guys know how mean I am, right? Yeah. Oh, I love it when I hit the wrong button. I really have to go in and get my pen so that I couldn't quit using my finger for this. All right. Da-da-da. You guys having fun watching me fight this? You're probably not. You're saying just get on with it, Mrs. Reed. Get on with it. Okay, so I will. So if we want to go from 6 yards to meters, we want to know how many meters are in 6 yards. So I would go up to my conversion table there, and it says, starting out with 6 yards, I want to go to meters, so I'm going to put meters on the top and yards on the bottom because I want those two things to cancel out. My conversion chart says that 1 yard is equal to 0.91 meters. So what do? We go to our calculator and we type in 6 times 0.91, 5.46 meters. Now, if you didn't have any problems converting the last time, you won't have any problems converting this time as long as you keep your units. So we want to go centimeters to inches. So I'm going to put centimeters on the bottom because centimeters is on the top there. I want inches. Can someone tell me what the conversion is for centimeters to inches?
2.54 centimeters per 1 inch.
Okay, so I'm going to put the 1 up on top and the 2.54 on the bottom then. So then when I'm solving this, I'm going to take 1.6 and divide by 2.54. And I get 0.63 inches. I rounded to the nearest hundredth there. Pay attention to what they want you to round to. In most cases, they want you to round to the nearest hundredth, which is 2 decimal places. So couple more, 7.4 cups to milliliters. What's the conversion between cups and milliliters? It's 1 cup is 200.
236.59.
236.59 milliliters in 1 cup. So we're going to take 7.44 times 236.59. And we come up with 1760.23 milliliters for 7.44 cups. I don't want to bore you if you are okay with making these conversions. It's just you're going to use that chart on page 320 for your conversion factors. You're going to set up whatever they give you. You're going to put that on the bottom and what they want you to go to on the top. I don't think they do any double conversions at all. It's all just whatever you start with and you go to whatever they're asking for. Does anyone have questions?
Can you do one more example?
I can.
Will there be any questions where instead of centimeters to let's say inches is inches to centimeters or something like that?
There might be. Let me do one similar to this top one, but what they give you is 7.8 inches, and they want to know how many centimeters that is. So inches is on the top, so we put inches on the bottom. We put centimeters on top. We're still using that same conversion factor. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. It's just a matter of where does that 2.54 go? Does it go in the numerator or the denominator? And so this one I'm going to multiply, and it's going to become 19.81 centimeters. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So let me do one more. And that would be 35.85 liters to gallons. So going to the chart, looking at liters and gallons, it says 1 gallon. So I'm going to put the 1 up on top, is 3.79 liters. So then when we simplify our numbers, 35.85, I'm going to divide by 3.79. And you're going to get 9.46 gallons. Does anyone want to see any more? Hearing no response, I'm going to say probably
Nope.
not. So, No? So page 323. Let's go 1 through 12. And 22 through 34.
Yes.
So you'll just be uploading 2 pages today.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Have a good day.
Can you please say those pages one more time? Those pages?
323.
You're right there.
323,
got it.
1 through 12, and
Good.
22 through 34.
Miss, I have a question from yesterday.
Okay. Yep. Let me save this real quick. Hold on.
I don't know how I'm
Okay, yesterday's question.
It was number 14 and 16 on the back of page 304.
304.
Yeah, I didn't understand how to do number 14.
Me neither. That one I was having a hard time on too.
Okay, so 14, yeah. So we have mixed number up on top of a fraction, and they're asking you to add these together. So the first thing I would do is rewrite the numerators as improper fractions. So that's going to be 7/2 over 5 plus 14/3 over 2. Then I'm going to look at these denominators and say, what's my least common denominator between them? And that's 10. So I would convert that. So 5 times what gives me 10? That's going to be 2.
2.
So 7 times 2 is 14/2. And then 2 times what gives me 10? That's 5. 5 times 14 is 70/3. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. So now that I have the original denominators the same, I'm going to go to the numerators and I'm going to kind of forget about that denominator right now. And I'm just going to work with the numerators. So the numerators have a common denominator of 6. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. So 14 times 3 is 42. And then 3 times 2 is 6. So 70 times 2 is 140. So my numerators add up to be this. 182 over 6. And remember, that's still all over 10. So we're dividing by 10, and dividing by 10 is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, right? And the reciprocal of 10 is 1 over 10. Does that step make sense?
I'm still writing it down.
Okay.
Kinda.
Okay. Take a few minutes to continue writing it down and processing that through.
In Google Classroom today, it says it's we have to do the PSI and then the mid-chapter.
You're right.
check.
I'm just going to switch those two around. I'm sorry. You're right.
Okay, so are we still doing this assignment and we're
Yes.
gonna do that one tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Is everyone done writing it?
I am.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Now, when you went through that, did it make sense? Did you process it? So
Yes.
right here, we dealt with the original denominators and made them the same. So that meant our numerators had to be adjusted. Once we got our numerators adjusted, we dealt with the denominators of the numerators to get them the same. And we adjusted the numerators there. Then we add them together. We still have it over 10. Division of 10 is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, which is 1 over 10. 6 times 10 is 60. 60 goes into 182 3 times with 2 left over, so 2/60ths, which reduces down to 1/30. It's those mixed numbers and fractions and double fractions that give you trouble, isn't it? Because you don't know where to start. Always start with the lowest denominators, or the denominators that are physically lower. Other questions on that?
No.
Anyone else have questions on yesterday's assignment or the day before?
Wait, I was just wondering, for problems like add, can you just type it into your calculator and be done with it?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
What's the homework?
I will post it in just a minute. It's going to be 247, 1 through 12, and 17 through 23.
All right.